Hi everybody, your Rajesh here back with the topic stem cell awareness. Okay, nowadays we can see many advertisement in the TV, newspaper, everywhere that stem cell is very good for the child's future, like that. And I have done some analysis on that, and what I understood from that, I just want to make it simple to everyone. So in next 20 minutes you will understand about this treatment, how it will happen. So you will be having some basic idea about the entire picture. So it will be helpful for you further to go with the decision whether you want to go for the stem cell treatment or stem cell preservation or not. Okay. So first of all, in this session I will explain what is stem cell and how they are treating the diseases with the stem cell, and what are the diseases can be treated with the stem cell, and is there any side effects, and my opinion on the stem cell treatment. And if you are going for the stem cell, there are some basic questions. So you get the answer for those questions, and then you can go for it. Then the natural alternative for the stem cell treatment. Before explaining the stem cell, just I want to explain the concept called cell. Cell is the small, very small item with our body, whole body is made up of a cell only. But that cell is of different shape in each body part. For example, if I take the cell off from skin, that will be having the different shape. And if I take the cell of the hair, that will be having the different shape. So each and every cell have the different characters, but all of them termed as a cell only. Okay, so now before explaining what is stem cell, I will give one example. Okay, let's say I am going to the market, I am buying rice. So with that rice, what I will do? I can cook rice, I can cook idli, I can cook dosa, upma, pongal, biryani, pulao. I can cook many varieties, right? So these food items like pongal, biryani, all these things we can think like hand, grind, hot like this. So these are the outcome of the rice. This is also rice. The one which I get bought also rice. The one which is in the biryani also rice. But it is having different taste, different flavor, everything. So the same like that, the rice is the main item for all these food items. The same like this, for all these cells, stem cell is the root cell which can be transformed into any form. Okay. So now I will explain how the stem cells are created and how it is getting transformed into other body parts. Okay, when the woman is pregnant, so umbilical cord is formed and it will be attached to the uterus via placenta bag. What is the role of placenta bag? Is to absorb the blood from mother's body via uterus, and it will convert the cells, blood cells, into stem cells, and it will be send the stem cell through the umbilical cord to the baby. So once the baby receives the stem cells, it will convert the cells into the specific body part based on the need, based on the design, whatever the baby knows. Okay, so this is the place. The placenta is the one is creating the stem cell, and the umbilical cord is the one carrying and the stem cell. Okay, now what they tell, after the baby is born, we can preserve those stem cells which is in the umbilical cord and placenta bag, and we can treat it in for the future in case if the baby is not born. So for this preservation first, we have to register it in the stem cell bank that is independent of any hospital. So we have to contact them directly. So we have to register with some registration amount, and we have to tell them the hospital name, city, everything. And once the baby is born, before that itself, one day before, we have to give communication to them. So they will give the proper arrangement to collect it. So what they do, they will come and collect it, and they do some testing and they preserve it. So whenever we need it, they do some test and they will give it to us. It may take some time, like 7 days, 10 days, or 25, 30 days also. Case to case it will be different. And there will be some cost involved for storage, for preserving this one. So this will be different. For 21 years they say some amount like 40,000-50,000. For 75 years this is called the lifetime, and they tell it's 60,000-70,000 like that. And ideally the life of the preserving stem cells, the effectiveness of stem cell will be for 20 up to 23 years only. So what will happen after that time? They go to the public bank, public stem cell bank. From there they will collect the matching stem cell and they will give it for the treatment. Okay, this is how it works. And mostly whenever we sign for this one, it will come up with a hospitalization expense of like a treatment insurance of 20 up to 20 lakhs they were saying. So it will be different for the different bank. Now we have seen what is stem cell and how they are preserving it. Now we will see how they treat it. Now actually in some stem cell bank they preserve only the stem cells, that is the blood cells which is inside the umbilical cord. But in some stem cell bank they preserve both stem cell and tissue, that is the outer layer, the cord, that also they will preserve it. What they tell that the blood cells, stem cells will be used to treat the blood related disorders, and the tissues will be useful to treat any organs related problems. But currently it is under clinical proven, there is not like, it's not a kind of 100% approved one. So some places it's like some people are getting cured, something like this. But to get it clinically approved, they need some number of hundreds of count. Then they will say it's clinically approved. Okay. Now let's see how they treat it. Let's say there is some disease comes, and the hospital, the doctor says that we have to go for the stem cell treatment. In that case, we have to approach the stem cell bank. They will arrange and they will send it to the hospital, and the doctor will start doing the treatment. So what they do, they take the stem cell and they will inject into the body, the specific part. Let's say if it is blood cancer. So blood cancer, what they do, they will recycle the blood. That means the old blood will be extracted and the new blood will be sent. So the new blood will not be having that problem. So after that they will inject that stem cells into bone marrows. So once it is injected into bone marrows, it will be multiplied based on some techniques they follow. And they say that it will cure the new, once the new stem cells are injected, the new blood will be injected, will not be having any problem. So this is the concept they tell. The same similarly for the tissues treatment also. Okay. So if we see whether it is giving 100% guarantee, no, there is no 100% guarantee for this one. There is a classifying the into three categories. First one, some patients is showing the improvement within 1-2 months like this. But some patients take a response to 6 to 12 months. So until that time we have to continue the treatment. So some patients they're telling that they're not responding to the treatment at all. So we can say that it's take 30 to 50% probability only I can take. And it is a very complex technique, and there may be some problem happen, and there may be some side effects also which can inject some new disease. For example, stem cell can be reproductive and they can multiply themselves. So once they start multiplying, in case our body doesn't support the stem cell, so either that should be eliminated from our body or it will be accumulated in the body itself. If it is eliminated, then it's okay. But if it is getting accumulated, again it will become cancer, maybe some other form of cancer to the same person. So again we have to go for some other treatment. So we have the side effect for this. Now we will see what are the diseases can be treated. Mostly the first one, which is very famously known, leukemia, that is blood cancer. This one we heard that many people are having the blood cancer, and I also heard of it. So apart from that, all the other diseases I will just read it out, but those are like not known to me. Myelodysplastic syndromes, lymphoproliferative disorders, phagocytic disorders, histiocytic disorders, sickle cell disease, inherited metabolic disorders. Like this, there are many 20-30 disorders like this they mention. So when I have checked for around 10 diseases, what do they mean really? So all those diseases related to the blood only. So how the blood will be created from the bone marrows only. So when the bone marrows generate the blood, it has some good quality blood, means it should have some ratio. The number of cells, number of particles of white blood cells, red blood cells, blood platelets, all these things should be on the specific range of ratio. That means if it will be good. If it is out of the range, that is one possible. There can be different. There can be increased. If it is increased, that will be termed as different disease. If it is decreased less quantity, that is named as different issue. And there is some case the quality of the cells are not 100%. That I can give an example, like when some harmful virus germs entering into our body our white blood cells will act against it, that we know. How it will work? It will do some bleaching concept. It will send some spray kind, it will apply some liquid kind on that germ to make it inactive. So sometimes it bleaches the liquid, but it's not harming to the germ. So this is also termed some other disorders. So there are multiple cases, the multiple scenarios, all those things I see that blood related disorders only we can name. So all those things we can take as a blood cancer. And we have to understand why all these blood related disorders come. This is mainly because of our lifestyle, the way we are eating, way we are sleeping, way we are drinking water, and how we are treating the diseases. All these things play important role, and these diseases will not come suddenly. So initially we will be getting some acute diseases, then it will be turned into chronic disease, and after that only it will become this kind of blood related disorders. So if there are multiple ways we can cure it naturally. Now, and another thing, when I check the root cause for all these disorders, they say 3 major reasons. First one, the radiation. If the person is working or staying in somewhere where the radiation is there, then he is more probable to have the blood related disorders. Second thing, if the person has gone through some chemotherapy due to some other cancer treatment, so that can cause the blood related disorders. And third, they don't know the reason. So all those things they mentioned that still we could not identify the reason for this disease. Okay, now you understood like how the stem cell, what is stem cell, and how it is preserved, how with that how the treatment can be done. Okay, now you will be having the basic idea. Now I will share my experience, my view on the stem cell. Okay, first of all, it is say that basically I try to listen to my body, because my body, our body, each and everyone's body knows how to handle, how to come out of the diseases. But we are not allowing it, we are not trusting our body, we are not giving support, we are not giving time to recover for it. That is the main reason. So, what we have to, from my side, the treatment, it will be heavy, it will be kind of very high cost of treatment. So currently I see that 15-20 lakhs, but when I check it from number of days treatment record, it will be minimum 100 days, 120 days like this. So that means it will go beyond 20-30 lakhs only. So out of this 20 lakhs, up to 20 lakhs, they tell that the stem cell bank will give as part of the insurance, but I don't know how much they will give it. So we have to pay very huge amount for this treatment. But instead, it would be better if we can change our lifestyle. And second, it is not curing it is just treating the disease, it is just removing the symptoms. And if we want to avoid the disease, we got to change the lifestyle. This is the recommendation from the blood cell, the stem cell bank also. I have asked whether it will cure. They told no, it is not curing. It is just a treatment. You have to change your lifestyle to avoid the situation. So instead of changing the lifestyle after getting the disease, after the treatment, let's change our lifestyle now itself. So it will prevent all these diseases. Okay, and the guarantee, it is not giving 100% guarantee. As per my knowledge, maybe 30 to 50%. And one more thing, the side effects are huge. It can lead up to the cancer also. Okay, so side effects also high. And one more thing is like once we registered for this, after the baby is born, whenever we see the advertisement in the TV, newspaper, everywhere, we often think that okay, if my baby gets this disease, okay, I can go for stem cell treatment. If my baby gets that another disease, I can go for that treatment. So we often unnecessarily, unwantedly, we think of the disease only. If it comes to the baby, something like this. So this is kind of concept of law of attraction. What we think, what we think is the one which we are attracting towards us. So if we are thinking about diseases continuously, frequently, then we are attracting the diseases to us. Okay, that is the main reason I don't recommend for you to go for it. Okay, and apart from that, there are many people giving guidance or creating awareness how to live happily without taking medicines, or maybe the homemade medicines. We have all the medicines in our kitchen itself. So if we follow that itself, we can live very healthy. So there are many people who are giving very simple tips. You can try to follow all those things and we can live happily. If you want to go for it, then you have to get answers for these questions, because if you get the answers for these questions, it will help for you in the future. The first question, you have to understand, get confirmation from the stem cell bank or the doctors, what are the diseases can be treated or cured with the stem cell treatment. The reason, you might be thinking that if the baby is falling sick, this can be treated by stem cell treatment. But when the baby is falling sick and the doctor suggests that we have to go for the stem, when we are asking whether we can go for the stem cell treatment, doctor or stem cell bank, they may deny that this cannot be handled, treated by the stem cell. So you will be disappointed and you will not get any direction that time suddenly. so it will be giving problem to you. So that is the main reason you should have the clear awareness, like what are the diseases can be treated. And second thing, you should aware like whether the treatment can give 100% guarantee or what is the success rate of the treatment. So this also you should be ensuring it. So this is whether even though if it is not 100%, at least knowing the percentage, it will be helpful for you. And another thing, you should know the side effects of taking the treatment. So if you know the side effects after the stem cell treatment is taken, so as a preventive step, you can do something in the natural way or some other alternative naturopathy water. There are multiple therapies available. So whatever you feel naturally, you can try to start those things in parallel. Okay. And most important thing, they give some terms and conditions. So before signing for that, get the terms and conditions and maybe take your time, maybe 1 or 2 days. Read it thoroughly. If you have doubt, maybe you can contact them and you can get it clarified. Because there are various risks associated with this treatment, either in the transportation or in the storage, preservation and the extracting, testing. There are multiple risks. So you should be aware of it so that when some risk is coming, you are not disappointed. You will be very prepared for it. Now we will come to the alternate solution for this one. Alternate solution, first thing, what I suggest that lifestyle change. Basically, if we change few things like what to eat and what to drink, and how to eat, when to eat, these are the basic things. If we have a clear awareness of all these things, we can avoid all these diseases. And we should not take any medicine. This is the first alternative for the stem cell treatment. Second one, Maruti delivery. This is the technique followed in India, mainly South India, 100 years back. In that, after the baby is born, they don't cut the umbilical cord. They keep it along with the baby. They just clean it and they apply some powders, everything, so that it is not decomposing, and let it the stem cell flow to the baby by umbilical cord. So after 4-5 days, the umbilical will be formed off. It will be off automatically. So until that time, the stem cells will be going to the baby. So it will be very useful for the baby. Okay, this is the alternative. And another one, after the one is come off, we can cut the umbilical cord. We can dry it in the sun and we can make it powder. And in India, there is a kind of diet in Tamil Nadu. So but there may be some different name, ornament they make, and inside that they pour that powder, that umbilical cord dry powder, they fill it and they tie to the baby's hand somewhere. So when the baby, the kid, after going somewhere also, if it is falling sick and after some treatment, if it is not getting cured, then what they recommend to take that powder, mix it in the water and drink it. So that will help to cure the diseases, unknown diseases. So this is another natural alternative you can follow. Even though if you are not following the Maruti delivery, if you are going to the hospital, so you can ask the hospital itself, you can tell them in advance that you need that umbilical cord so that it is not going as a bio waste. So you can cut it and you can make it dry, make it powder, and you can keep it for the future use. Okay. So these are the things I wanted to create awareness on everyone. So if you have any doubt, you can contact me or you can contact the customer care. They are really very friendly. They are really happy to help you. And when I asked them, really they booked an appointment. They came to my office and I talked to them almost 1 hour. So they will be able to address your questions also. So feel free. It's not fixed that once you get the car, you have to go for the the agreement. It's up to you. You get all your doubts clarified, and then you can decide whether you want to go for it or not. Thank you.